What is up, everybody? Welcome to this intro to trading overview. My name is Chris Frederick. I'm actually one of the top educators and top chairmen within this platform. Before we get started this whole thing, you probably don't know the reasons of why you're here in the first place, or you got invited to learn about how to multiply your money coming from your cell phone. But I'm here to give you guys pretty much the whole spiel from the beginning, okay? How much money have you made from the money that's been sitting in your bank account for the past 3 to 5 years? And when I first was asked that question, I honestly pretty much said nothing. And they asked me if there was a way that I could multiply my money, would I be open to it? Now, since my level of desperation was so high, I said yes. And I said, if there's any opportunities in front of me where I could be able to compound the money that's already been sitting in my bank account, I'm going to go 100% all in. So by the time you're done watching this entire thing, you'll understand how to utilize apps and software coming from your cell phone, your laptop, tablet, whatever it may be, and how to multiply the money that's sitting in your bank account. Before we get started with this whole thing, though, by the time this whole thing is done, not just for that, I want you guys to be able to shift your paradigm. What a paradigm is, it is a bundle of habits. You know, a lot of the reasons why we have the things we have now is a direct reflection for what we've been doing for the past couple of years, right? If we don't like what we have, all we have to do is change the things that we've been doing. You know, I didn't know about this for being in the Army for about 6.5 years, you know, doing 2 deployments east Afghanistan. I got to a certain point in my life where I felt like I was lost. I got to a certain point in my life where I felt there was a lot more to life than what's going on right now. And I knew that if I find that one thing that could, you know, take my life to the next level, create exponential growth in every single aspect of my life, then I'm going to go 100% and do it. Guys, I went from sleeping on floors, you know, being that person that literally was broke, being that person who used to go through the car, look for quarters just to afford, you know, 99-cent 5-layer burritos. I was in those positions, but I didn't become a victim. You know, instead of being a product of my circumstances, I wanted to make my circumstances my product. Now, if you look at the position I'm in now, I'm out here at the high-rise penthouse out here in Miami, right? If you're watching this video right now, this is right before I go into the whole Euro tour. We're going to 30 countries, 16 countries, 30 days. And the reason why I'm saying this is all it takes a shift in the mindset, because whatever you have in your mind, you can hold in your hand. So hopefully I got every single one of you guys' attention. It was very simple what happened to me. My level of desperation was so high, being broke and being a single father while being in the military, and I knew that I had to do what I had to do to be able to give my daughter the best life that she possibly could have. So what I did was I dove deep into what I'm about to break down to you guys right now, which is trading currencies, learning how to multiply our money. Long story short, I now teach to 70,000 people 3 to 4 nights a week, okay? And I pretty much traveled the world now, speaking anywhere from a couple hundred to thousands of individuals that want to learn the skill set. Because once you understand data, once you understand information, our entire situation can change as long as you apply it, as long as you use it. You guys could actually follow me on social media as Chris J. Derrick, so you guys could actually see the proof for yourself. You could actually see the documentation of these conversations. You can see that I actually travel, that I do these things. I was out here in Ecuador. I was out here in Arizona. You know, over here was in Costa Rica. You know, all these different locations, all these different places. The reason why I like to show you guys, I'd rather you guys go by what you see, not just by what I say. But let's get started with this whole entire thing, because I understand you guys' time is 100% valuable, right? Time is not money. It's absolutely priceless. Well, welcome to iMarkets Live. What we're going to be breaking down is the 2 biggest financial markets in the world. You have the foreign exchange markets and the cryptocurrency markets. What the foreign exchange markets is a $5.3 trillion a day industry where it's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Now, the way that I break this down is simple. You know, when I go to Europe, I exchange my dollars for euros. Imagine I didn't spend any of the euros, but I give the euros back. I get more or less US dollars. What happened? A fluctuation in the exchange rate. The way I like to break that down is to show you guys through this trade setup that we actually called right here. I broke this down. And if you press sell where this yellow circle is, right, it went down 105 pips potential. Over 105 pips potential. Which means on a 0.10, you can make $105. On a standard, you can make $1,500. On 10 standards, it's $15,000. The same concept it takes to make $1 in the market is the same concept it takes to make $1 million in the market. It all depends on the capital and equity of your account. Okay, now let's go back into this. I just wanted to show you a preview on that. Okay, cryptocurrencies is anticipated to hit $1 trillion in market cap. It's a global form of accepted payment. It can be traded without owning any physical asset. Now, when I first heard about cryptos, I thought you buy it, you hold it. If it goes up, you make profit. But I didn't know ever since we brought in a 5-year master cryptocurrency educator that if you short it, if you press sell while it's dropping, you can actually make profits from it as well. And this is the 2 main markets that we're going to be focusing on. This is the corporate leadership behind the entire platform. You have Chris Terry, who's the CEO of the company. He's traded personal corporate accounts over $50 million. He's a weekly contributor to the Money Show. He's also been a featured speaker at the Traders Expo in Las Vegas and New York. To the right, you have Mrs. De La Torre. She's the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. She has over 25 years of experience in the financial industry, right? Master's in Finance, Bachelor's in Economics, Series 7, Series 63. To the right, you have Jason Brown, the Vice President of Field Operations, pretty much like a brother to me. Now, watch this man go from nothing to everything. Okay, he's now one of the top earners in this entire platform. I'm actually about to travel with him on this trip together. Amazing, amazing individual, mentor of mine. And to the left of Chris Terry, you have Alex Morton, who's the Executive Vice President of Sales. Okay, now this man is a major influence in my life because from ages 19 and 22, there wasn't that many individuals I could look up to. I looked up to because he was out there going after his dreams. He actually wrote a book called Dorm Room to a Millionaire. And to the left, last but not least, you have Ivan Tapia, who's the Vice President of Sales, major influencer in the Hispanic markets. Now, why am I breaking these people down to you? The reason being is because let me ask you this question, is this: where are your friends carrying you to? You're the average of the 5 people you spend time with. If you take you and your 5 friends' incomes, add them together, you divide it by 6, give or take, it'll be around the same. So ever since I disassociated myself away from negative entities, the people that, would enable me for mediocrity but wouldn't push me for greatness, and I started spending time with these individuals, everything started to change because they started to equip me with a mindset, right? Understanding about vibrations. I found out that it's better to be the dumbest person in the room. It's not about what you know, it's about what you don't know. So law of association is 100% real. Who's around you? What are they doing to you? And is that okay? Now, before I break down the platform, I want you guys to understand this. You have Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Bank of America. You have any of these major banks. What do you think majority of their profits come from? 40 to 60% of their profits actually comes from hiring a group of market experts and trading your money while it's in the bank, except you're seeing little to no profits from it at all. Okay, so what our platform is for is to help us average consumers become our own market experts, or to have our market experts do the work for you. So the first service I want to break down is the IML Academy. What happens is once you log in, this is the first thing that you go through. It's a mobile university, a one-stop shop. You have access to over 100 educational videos that teach the history, the terminology, and the fundamentals. You go through the beginner modules. By the time you're done with that, you know the terminology and the lingo that's necessary to train to the Forex markets. You go through the intermediate modules, which is what I created. I teach you about the free platform that you use to draw everything up on, the 4 things you look for to enter into trades, how to maximize your profits, and how to minimize your losses. And you have the advanced learning modules, is where Chris Terry took everything that was in his mind and put it into these videos to help us become market experts. But how many of us are hands-on learners? So what we created was IML TV. And what IML TV is 1,000 hours a month of live education analysis from beginner to intermediate to advanced learning modules. Okay? So what happens is you can check this out right here. If you log in, go to imarketslive.tv. You log in with your username and password. It's like a Netflix or Hulu for trading. You understand that you have a schedule. You want to make it adaptable to your schedule so at any given time you could be able to watch these channels. As you can see, we now have English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Polish, Italian, Slovenian, Croatian, binary, and Czech. If you click on English, you're able to see basics, advanced, crypto, and also education channels for the services I'm going to be breaking down to in a bit. Say, for instance, you click on the advanced. Say, for instance, you see all this, and you can see me here. You click on my channel. When you click on my channel, you're able to see me stream at those given times where I give out trade setups. You'll be able to see a live chat as well. And you also have recorded sessions too as well, so there's no excuses. The whole main point is to help us average consumers become market experts, to be guided throughout this entire process. Clear sees value behind that, okay? The next thing I want to break down to you guys is the harmonic scanner and the web analyzer. I want to break these two down together, and the reason being is because they're both pretty much the same concept, okay? So if I go over here, if I go to the harmonic scanner, okay, and I log in, what happens is it gives you the answers to the test. Once you're done with the academy, you know pretty much everything you need to know. Once you go through IML TV, you're guided and you're taking trades from professional 6- and 7-figure traders. And then once you want to look at your own trade setups, you can have these tools that actually tells you when trades are ready. So if you look at this right here, right, this is Australian against the Japanese yen. Whenever there's green areas, it's telling you where to press buy. The stop loss is your safety net, and your take profit is where you take your profit. As you guys can see, there's multiple trade setups. So you can look at different currency pairs. This is the euro against the Japanese yen. Okay, so for a lot of people that says, Chris, that sounds confusing. I don't know if I'll be able to, figure this out. Well, guess what? We want to be like an amazing personal trainer. That you don't need us anymore for 6 months. So you go to Harmonic Scanner Education on IML TV. You have 6 educators, 13 weekly sessions, 6 days covered that actually teach you how to use this harmonic scanner. Okay, it's accessible through your use on your cell phone, laptop, desktop, tablet, whatever it may be. Okay, so that's the scanner. The next is the web analyzer. Okay, now what happens is these are quick trade setups. Whenever these patterns form, it tells you on the right-hand side potential trade setups. Same exact concept, tells you where to press buy, where to press sell, your safety net, and your take profit. What we have you do is to really figure it out and find your trading style along with it, is you go to Web Analyzer Education, you pick any of these traders so you can watch these individuals until you become consistent utilizing it. The main point is the education for the academy, learning it. The main point in the IML TV is to be guided, and now having the scanner and also the web analyzer, you can have tools that tell you when trades are ready. So pretty much a cheat sheet, right? Copying school is considered cheating, but copying in business is considered smart business. Okay, next is the night owl sessions. How would you feel if a man who's traded personal corporate accounts over $50 million, right, pretty much gets on the charts every single Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific and reviews the markets for the week? Pretty much reviews the markets for the week and tells you what cryptocurrencies and what forex, like foreign currencies, are actually ready for the setup. What you do is you go to IML TV. When you go to IML TV, the first thing that you look at is his sessions. It's right here. You click on it, you're able to see everything. You have recorded videos, so you can watch the recorded videos too as well. So if you miss it, you miss it. You messed up. You guys get the picture behind that. Okay, let's go back here. I think I messed this up. Let me restart this. I apologize. Go back here. Okay, so then that's the night owl sessions. Night owl sessions is simple. You have a multi-millionaire reviewing the markets for the week. Okay, the next thing I want to break down to you guys is swipe trades. It's simple. What we did is we understand that we live in an instant gratification era. You know, we have Postmates, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all these entities. We have Alexa now, so that way it saves time. So we said, what can we do to adapt to the marketplace? So that way while you're at school, taking care of your kids, whatever it may be while you're at work, it takes an average of 90 seconds to copy and paste. So what we did was we vetted for the past 6 months, the best of the best. We had a group of traders, right? And we actually vetted them. We saw documentation, Excel spreadsheet of their wins, their losses, their consistency. So we picked the best of the best. Now we have over 4+ professional traders that give you the answers to the test. All you have to do is press copy and paste pretty much. So I'll show you how this works, okay? So what happens is you get a trade set up. You accept it, and it gives you the answer to the test. You press this little thing on the clipboard. It says copy to clipboard, and you paste it into your trading app, okay? It's super, super simple, okay? Take the trade. I'll show you what it looks like. New trade idea. You take it, you accept it. Once you accept it, you're able to copy and paste the trade. It takes an average 90 seconds to do it. We teach how to risk 2 to 3%, which means $2 to $3 per $100. How would you feel about risking $2 to $3 per 100 to gain 5 to 10? That's the main concept in the first place. Next is swipe point. And then what we did was we created this with cryptocurrencies. Now, cryptocurrency is a lot more volatile, right? It goes up and goes down super, super fast. So we have a 5-year master cryptocurrency educator that sends you trade setups through swipe point. Okay, one of the trades last week was 400 pips for one take profit. What that means is on a 0.10, you would have made $400, right? On a standard, you made 4,000. On 10 standards, you could do the math from there. And if you don't feel comfortable trading your own money, you can make Monopoly money, which is a demo account, which is practice, but it's still the real market. So you can see the potential profits you could have been making to help you feel comfortable throughout this entire process. Click accept. What's going to happen is there's a Bitcoin analysis. It tells you there's a video. You click on the video, watch it. If there's a trade, it looks like this. This is the Bitcoin against the US dollar, telling you for a buy position. Same thing is telling you where to press copy and paste as well. Super simple stuff. Who here sees value behind that so far? So we're going to continue along with this whole process. Okay. We have swipe point. We have Gold Cup. What Gold Cup is, it is another strategy that you could use. Our main point is that you find the one that you like the best, whichever software, and you stick to that. This is an a la carte type of system. Teacup patterns. You view the patterns. You're able to select the broker. Once you select the broker, you're able to pick what trade setups are ready. So look, British pound against the Australian dollar. What this is telling you is that this is the pending activation. You go to your cell phone, you click on the currency pair, British pound against the Australian dollar, right? You click sell limit, and then you type in the number. Now what happens with the sell limit is there's a limit here, price goes up, once it comes back down, it activates it. So you don't even have to be watching it. So price comes up, activates it, hits your take profit, and you don't even have to do anything because you set it and forget it. I remember the last time I checked, it was 46 and 7. If you're watching a recording, obviously if you updated, so you could reach out to me to find out the updated. But that's how it is right now. So that's how powerful this tool is. It's cool because this is app. Well, Chris, I don't know how to use the teacup or the Gold Rush. There's a Gold Cup Academy. Did you know what to do your first day at working a job? So once you go through this, you know exactly how to utilize these tools and software too as well. Okay. Last but not least, we have Pip Talk. And what Pip Talk is we have access to your favorite educators. Okay. Your favorite educators. Let me see this log in. We'll go into the slide from now while it's loading. If not, be cool. So this is how it works. With Pip Talk, you have access to your educators. And with your educators, we give you the trade setups. We give you the primary trade setups and the secondary trade setups. So even if we're not on the session, we give it to you so that we can have access to those trades. So that way, it's just easy for you, right? It's able to be able to, you'll be able to watch it visually and look at your charts, look at charts that we already have. Last but not least, we have the bounce back, which gives low, high risk reward. We can go over that later. I just want to give you guys the main things. But before I get started on this next part, I want you guys to understand everything. When you change the interpretation of reality, it changes the absolute experience of it. Talking two people to go to one concert, and one has the best time of their life, and the other one has the worst. It all depends on perception, okay? How many of us go to college? And how much is a college textbook? What's crazy, I spent less than a college textbook, and from being in the Army for 6.5 years, I've now been able to be retired to travel the entire world and to experience different countries and different places. I know every single person here can be able to do that too as well, as long as you apply everything that we have. So for the everything, for the platinum package, it's $195 one-time payment. 30 days later, it's $145 a month. Now, why is there a subscription? Because every single day, every single week, every single month, you're going to be getting new trade opportunities. Now, when I thought about $195 and I thought it was too much, well, guess what? How many of us have spent $195 on shoes? How many of us have spent $195 on weekends that we don't remember? How many of us have spent $195, right, on alcohol? How many spent $195 on trying to impress the opposite sex? How many spent $195 on video games? And how much of those entities gave us results that we wanted? I found out with this, you know what, if this is actually money that I could invest into, they could actually give me software on my computer, on my tablet, and on my cell phone where I could be able to compound the money that's already been sitting in my bank account. Now, the optional add-ons, you have Swipe Trade, Swipe Coin, Web Analyzer, Gold Cup. You can add any of these things a la carte, or we have a package for all of them. It all depends on what you want, okay? So for Swipe Coin, it's $99 a month because it's more volatile. But if a take profit of 400 pips and you did a 0.10, you made $400, would you get your return on investment? Now, trading involves risk, results not guaranteed, but documentation beats conversation. Now, how many of us like free? The reason why I've been able to grow so exponentially from $150,000 a month revenue to, $12 million a month in revenue is because of this program right here. You have 30 days from the day you get subbed. If you only want to invest one time, you have 30 days from the day that you get subbed to refer two people that you like, love, and respect. Now you have a person to your left, you have a person to your right they actually learn to trade with. How many people do you know that are living paycheck to paycheck? How many people do you know are struggling? Right, 900,000 people, because of the government shutdown, didn't get paid, which gave a statistic that 78% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Are you one of those individuals, right? You don't have to answer that. You can just answer that to yourself. It also showed another statistic that 80% of people, over 80% of people aren't happy with what they're doing. Are you happy? So with these individuals, you know two people that fall into those categories. And if you do, then you have a free waiver subscription. How would you feel about having all these apps, these services, and software for free, okay? Now, for the next part, it is not mandatory, but it's optional, right? It's all here for you, depends on what you want. So we created a compensation plan because you might have the money to put into the services, but you might not have the money to put into your brokerage account. So let me give you a scenario. Imagine you're studying trading for 30 days, practicing on demo account, and 12 people wanted to learn with you, not because you're an expert, but just because you're learning, okay? Not because you're an expert, just because you're learning, they want to learn with you. 12 subscribers connected to you, you're now making extra $600 a month, $150 every single Friday, okay? Past results are not guaranteed, future results are not typical, it takes a lot of hard work, but here's the deal though. How long would it take for you to get an extra $600 a month pay raise in your JOB right now? I was in the Army, it takes about 4 to 5 years to get a $150 a month pay raise with more hours and more responsibilities. So I did this in 1 hour, while my friends were like, oh, it's stupid, it doesn't work. Well, guess what? Why do people enable people for mediocrity? When it comes to greatness, they tend to bash it. You want to know why? Because people bash things that they don't know all the information to, right? And they project their fear of failure, their fear of success onto other people. I did this within an hour. In 30 minutes, I invited 50 individuals to one call that one of my mentors did for the 30 minutes. He did a call, and more than 15 individuals started to trade with me. I increased my monthly income by $600 a month, $7,200 a year, $150 every single Friday. 30 subscribers, $1,000 a month. Right, you're 500 subscribers away from a 6-figure income. Now, what I'm saying is that's not going to happen overnight, but imagine over time. Let's say you do this every 2 months. More people want to get set up. More people want to get set up over time. What if it took you a year or 2 years to hit a 6-figure income? Would you be upset at that? What is your 2 to 4 year plan looking at right now? Right now, I'm in Chairman 25 on the platform. Past results not guaranteed. Future results not typical. It takes a lot of hard work. But I'm here to tell you guys right now, I'm going to lead off with this. Take a look at where you're currently at with your life right now, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, socially, okay? And are you 100% happy with where you're at? Now, if you keep doing where you're at, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, and if you really think about where you want to be, if time or money was no issue, would you be able to be where you want to be at? Think about it. If time or money was no issue right now, what would you be doing? So for myself, I said, if I keep doing this, I'm never going to be able to get to this. So what I had to do was I had to be open to change to create a path there. Okay, my level of desperation was so high. When the pain of never again moments become greater than the pain of change, that's when people become successful. So hopefully for every single person right now, since this is 2019, if you're not happy with your current circumstances, rather than being a product of your circumstances, make your circumstances your product, okay? If you're on this call, it means you're directly connected to me. From the moment that you get set up, you have a fast start to plug in all your services, a trader's checklist, a whole chairman's playbook, a personal growth checklist to help you grow as an individual. So get back to the person that got you onto this call. And I appreciate every single one of you guys because they like, love, and respect you at a very high level. And hopefully one day, every single person could be able to live the life of their dreams, experience everything that they want to experience, and do what they want to do. And I know you guys could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. Love you guys. Peace.